Olá, bom dia, boa tarde. Tudo bom, amigo? Sim, posso ouvir. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Curvelo. We are in Brazil for round number 7 of the TCR South American Championship 2025. We are arriving to a brand new venue in the history of this series, taking the first stop of the 4 we have in Brazil in the final stretch of the season, heading into the qualifying session with several new faces on the grid. The likes of Gennaro Rossetto coming back, plus the 4 debuts from Brazil: Felipe Malui, Celso Neto, Leonardo Reis, and Fernando Croce. And here we have this new track that is hosting us. We are starting the qualifying session. And it's time to start the qualifying session in just a matter of seconds. Here we have the new phases. Therefore, it's all up for grabs. Here we have the new names, new teams as G Racing Motorsport enters this series, with Enzo Gianfratti following his period in the Port Hack Racing. Cobra Racing Team adds an Audi for Felipe Malui. Palladini Racing includes the Audi for Celso Neto. Let's hear
Boa
from
tarde a todos ligados
Letícia
nessa
Datena,
transmissão aqui diretamente de
pit reporter.
Curvelo, Minas Gerais. O Circuito dos Cristais recebe pela primeira vez o TCR Brasil e TCR South America Banco BRB. E eu já começo aqui na frente do carro do brasileiro Nelson Piquet, que está fazendo uma jornada dupla esse fim de semana. Está correndo tanto na Stock Car quanto na TCR South America e na TCR Brasil. E foi o piloto mais rápido do treino livre 1. A gente vai caminhando aqui para mostrar um pouquinho o clima aqui no pit lane. Então temos o Nelson Piquet e depois os Pernia. Lembrando que nós temos 3 integrantes da família Pernia aqui com a gente esse fim de semana, né? O líder do campeonato é o Lionel Pernia. O carro dele está ali. E apesar dele ser o líder do campeonato, agora a gente começa um campeonato completamente novo, que é a TCR Brasil. Conversei com o Nelson Piquet mais cedo, ele falou que agora que tá um pouquinho difícil chegar até o Pernia, né? O Pernia tem uma situação bem confortável na TCR South America Banco BRB, mas que ele está bastante esperançoso aí com esse bom ritmo, com essa boa fase e poder mostrar performance agora no TCR Brasil. Lembrando que Pedro Cardoso é o líder, na realidade é o atual campeão, e eu sigo aqui trazendo mais entrevistas.
This is Leonardo Reis, the driver from Cupra, joining W2 Pro GP. As we are getting ready for Q1 that will be here. And the cars are now heading into the track to start the qualifying session. We have, as we said, new drivers. Fernando Croce joining in PMO Racing in both TCR Trophy. Both cars from Cobra Racing. This is Rafael Reis alongside Leonardo Reis in this weekend. Here's Mary and Ian Cotter entering the weekend once again in Cobra Racing, trying to pursue the victory in TCR Trophy. Slowly picking up the pace. Here are the cars now on track, taking the early laps. Here's Mariano Pernia heading onto the pit straights to open his lap. Here are Pedro Cardoso, Juan Angel Rosso behind. Cardoso, the standings leader. $15 cars already on track. Here they are, Cardoso. Leonardo Reis now in the garage. You can see those big water dips on the inner side. Juan Angel Rosso now heading into the last sector. Tiago Pernilla about to head on track. Rafael Reyes ready to go out on track again. And here Fabian Gianantuoni. You can see there how Gianantuoni jumps on the curbs. Here is Celso Neto joining with one of the Audis that Palladini Racing has in their garage. Here's Mariano Pernilla, currently in 4th place. We come from the free practice sessions that were led by Nelson Piquet Jr., as our pit reporter Leticia Datena introduced. 1:23.69 was the best lap set by Piquet Jr., ahead of Tiago Pernilla in practice 2. He was followed by Fabian Gianantuoni in practice 1 as Mariano Pernilla heads back into the pits. Here's Juan Angel Rosso, currently sitting in 6th place as we are waiting for all the cars to complete their first laps. We yet have 10 laps scored. Fernando Croce is the last one with a flying lap set. Cardoso back in the pits. This is Enzo Gianfrati in his new machine, his Cupra from G Racing. Leonardo Reis now updating the lineup of W2 Pro GP. Here is Leonardo Reis heading into his lap, jumping into the top spot. The Reis siblings they've raced together in NASCAR Brazil. Any different series. And now here is the other one, Rafael Reyes, the most experienced one in TCR South America. He's about to complete his lap. Also, will he jump over his brother? Just 0.2 of a second quicker. Rafael Reyes ahead of Leonardo Reis, Gianantuoni Piquets, Raceto in 5th ahead of Cardoso, Pernilla, Mariano Pernilla, Celso Neto, Juan Angel Rosso, Enzo Gianfrati rounding off the top 10. Enzo Gianfrati also leading the pack once again in TCR Trophy so far from 10th to 13th, the full TCR Trophy standings. This is Thiago Pernilla heading into the main straight to close his lap also. Let's see how high he can climb in his first flying lap attempts. There he is in third. 0.5 of a second off the pace. And then it will be Lionel Pernilla, the one who has to do his lap, as Nelson Piquet Jr. takes third. Cardoso so far in seventh. This is Fernando Croce. Pedro Cardoso on the fast sweeping corners. There he is. In this very twisty track, certainly. Heading into turn 16. And then now taking the so-called Curva da Vittoria, which leads us to the main straights. Pedro Cardoso taking sixth position. There is Lionel Pernilla, who is currently in last place, but yet to complete a lap after we've crossed midway through. Fernando Croce failed to set a lap time yet. This is Raceto, Gennaro Raceto back. Very fast section of the track. And this is Cardoso once again taking the Curva da Vittoria. Seventh place. And now this is the standings leader, Lionel Pernilla. He's in 15th and last, but certainly set a lap time that will move him quite up. And as far as now in P1 is what he was doing in these last minutes. There he is, about to cross the line in the other part of the track and takes second place only. As he now heads into the mains to the first turn, turn 1. Going to be followed by the Curva da Pata, as this left-hander he takes. Again, the Ray curve. Raceto about to complete a lap again. He's in 7th. As one of the Toyotas of Cobra Racing heads into the pits, I think it's Marian Encoter. Raceto moves up to 5th place. Juan Angel Rosso. In 12 yet. I'm sure he will try to improve and move upwards. And now 6 minutes remaining. Celso Neto also in the last parts. There is Reis, who seems to be quite certain into next round, but of course might want to have another lap. Lionel Pernia again starting really strong in first sector, but drops a little bit in sector 2. But can he threaten the fastest lap of the whole weekend? Let's see what he can do as he crosses the line. It's Thiago Pernia who moves up into 4th place. Reis has the second quickest lap, third quickest lap of the weekend. Oh, Leonardo Reis is off the track, and he will have to go back into the pits with his radiator full of grass. He will need help of his teammates, and look how he's pouring grass around in all the track. Antonio moves up into 5th place. Here is Leonardo Reis spinning. I think it's turn number 5, if I'm not wrong. And he managed to come back. But let's then see if this did harm his floor or anything else in his car in the bodywork. Didn't go back on track yet. He's still in the pits. We have 3 cars on track now. Fabian Gianantoni, here Celso Neto, and the one on screen, Marianin Kotter, with the Toyota of Cobra Racing Team. TCR trophy has once again Enzo Gianfrati. And there is Marianne Goder. Let's see if she can. She has improved her best 2 sectors. The first sectors, I mean. Improved his lap a little bit, but yet not enough. He scored her best lap, but still not enough. Thiago Pernia has the record in sector 1. Leonardo Reis has it in sectors 2 and 3 as he goes back on track. Right now, Marianne Kotter was the only one on track. The rest is still in pits.
Agora eu não sei se ele volta, mas o Leonel Perrier não está na pista, portanto já está na hora de deixar porque faltam menos de 2. Ali o Celso Neto já me folhou também, Fernando Grossi também, só está a Maria agora na pista. A Maria de Potter está na pista, só ela.
Junior here. Adrian Chiriano then. Reis leading from Lionel Pernilla and Rafael Reis. Thiago Pernilla in 4th, ahead of Fabian Gianantuoni in 5th. Mariano Pernilla here in 8th place. Pedro Cardoso is in 9th, Enzo Gianfrati in 10th, ahead of Rosso and the rookie Celso Neto. This is the end of Q1 with Leonardo Reis ahead of Leonel Pernilla, Rafael Reis in 3rd, Thiago Pernilla in 4th, Fabian Gianantuoni, Nelson Piquet Jr., Gennaro Rossetto, Mariano Pernilla, Pedro Cardoso, and Enzo Gianfrati switching this weekend to G Racing Motorsports following the period of Port Hag Racing. Rounded off the top 10, then it's followed by Juan Angel Rosso and Celso Neto, who will also go to Q2. Adrian Chiriano, Maria Nienkotter, and Fernando Croce are outs. Croce failing to have a quick lap. Here's Leonardo race car.
Estou aqui então com a Maria
hear
Nienkotter, a
from Maria
nossa
Nienkotter.
única mulher do grid da TCR
The only woman on
South
the
America,
grid.
TCR Brasil. Maria, tua primeira vez aqui em Curvelo, o que você
It's
está
your
achando
first
do
time here in
traçado?
Curvelo.
Como é que está se comportando o seu carro aqui?
Bom, como além de uma
Everything
categoria nova, é o primeiro ano de turismo,
It's a
vem
new
sendo bem
series for
desafiador, apesar de a gente estar na vice-liderança da categoria Trophy. Então, vem sendo uma evolução constante. É uma pista nova, um desafio novo.
evolving constantly.
São curvas bem diferentes, muito técnicas, ainda mais o calor
Very different
acaba
turns,
desgastando
apart
mais
from
o
the
pneu.
heat.
Então a gente vem enfrentando novas dificuldades, até porque na Argentina e no Uruguai estava um frio de 5 graus, -2. Então é bem diferente, mas a gente segue firme e forte. Eu acho que a maioria do pessoal aí tem 50 pistas na cabeça, a gente só conhece a de Interlagos e Velocitar. Então sempre está sendo um desafio novo, mas a gente está crescendo numa constante.
Qual que você acha que é o maior desafio aqui no Circuito dos Cristais?
Bom, o maior desafio sempre vai ser o tempo, né? Que a gente sempre está correndo contra o tempo. Então, a pista nova é muito diferente do que eu já corri antes, sabe? É muito diferente do Uruguai, muito diferente da Argentina, até muito diferente dos padrões do Brasil em si. Então, acho que seria mais um desafio a gente correr contra o tempo como piloto mesmo.
Tá certo, muito obrigada, eu volto com vocês.
Will not be easy. Says Maria Nienkotter, speaking all in Portuguese. This is Leonardo Reis, the fastest man on Q1, almost drifting, despite we are having front drive cars. We'll have Cardoso, Gianantoni, Rosso, Gianfratti, the only TCR trophy driver in this part of the quali. Neto, Piquets, the three Pernias, Leonel, Mariano, and Thiago, Raceto, and both Reis, Rafael and Leonardo. We are having a look at the best of this Q1 as we head into Q2, possibly in a matter of seconds already. This is Enzo Gianfratti in a very cool looking Cupra after switching now to Let's hear from
Sebastião Martino, que é o chefe da equipe Honda YPF Racing. Sebastián, ¿cómo están los desafíos aquí en Curvelo?
Honda YPF
¿Qué te parece
Racing.
el circuito y todo más?
Bueno, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están? La verdad que
Everything going
muy
in
bien.
Curvelo.
Contento, nos encontramos una pista muy difícil.
We
Pero
found a
bueno,
very
seguiremos
hard track.
en el objetivo nuestro, que es en la lucha del campeonato.
That's our,
¿Y
goal is to
cómo
fight for the title.
cómo está para los pilotos? ¿Cómo se están
What is it like for the
adaptando a este
drivers and how
circuito?
are you
Los pilotos
adapting to the track,
del
your
equipo.
drivers and your team?
Bueno, bien, Nelsinho ya conoce la pista
Well,
por
Nelsinho already
causa
knows his track.
del stock car. Y bueno, los otros pilotos le van agarrando la mano. Como dije, es un desafío muy importante porque tiene una pista de alta. Realmente es muy difícil y bueno, vamos a seguir trabajando.
It's a very
Veremos qué
difficult
pasa en la
track,
Q2.
but
Muchísimas
we'll
gracias.
try to keep on working and improving, says Sebastián Martino, head of Honda YPF Racing. Yeah, anyway, the gap he has built, him and his cars have built in the period in Argentina and Uruguay seems almost impossible to reduce. But anyway, we have 8 races ahead, 2 per weekend, 4 weekends.
da TCR vão para a pista e nós vamos
We will now head into Q2.
box aberto, bandeira verde na saída de box. Vamos bandeira verde na saída.
Here are the cars on track once again. All the cars are heading out on track looking for their best space to be in. This is Nelson Piquet Jr. We have 8 minutes ahead until we know the name of our pole sitter. And a half remaining as they will all head into the main straights. This is Mariano Pernilla, finishing the top 5 of the Q1. He's Honda from Honda YPF Racing. This is Thiago Pernilla, one of the youngest drivers on the grid. To appear as they are all in their best lap. Nelson Piquet Jr. has set the record in the first sector and seems quite comfortable also in the second sector. Not a good start by Leonardo Reis, either for Mariano Pernilla. Here's Thiago Pernilla, who started also a bit off the pace in sector 2. As now the times are about to be arriving. 123.4 for Leonel Pernilla. Piquet is on 123.37. That's a massive lap. Pernia was quicker in the last sector by 2/10 from Piquet Jr., but still the gap built by Piquet in the first 2 sectors was really, really strong. Piquet Jr. in the downhill. A very tight section of the track. Everybody heading back into the pits. Nelson Piquet Jr. leading ahead of Lionel and Thiago Pernia. Fabian Gianantoni in 4th, Cardoso in 5th. Ahead of Reis, Rafael Reis. Leonardo Reis in 7th. Juan Angel Rosso, Lionel, Mariano Pernia and Enzo Gianfratti rounding off the top 10. Raseto and Neto are yet to complete the lap. There are Gianfratti and Celso Neto, the one who is used to drive these cars in the United States as he races in the TCR division of the IMSA Championship. This is Enzo Gianfratti trying to secure pole for race number 2, as he will do so. He gets 10th place, but Gennaro Raseto yet to set a fast lap, and that might be the challenge for Gianfratti. Celso Neto not quick enough yet, as he might be going for another lap as well. Diego Pernia currently in 3rd place. Everybody's heading back on track for the last attempts. This is Gennaro Raseto spinning off. He managed to avoid big damage on the car, but still will need to go for a new set of tires. I don't know if he is able to do so on time. He's on track. Right now, all the 12 cars are on track. differences. Thiago Pernia about to complete another lap. We'll see if he can battle for second place. And he goes into the top. A nice job by Thiago Pernia. 123.21. An excellent lap by the youngster, the 22-year-old, born in United States in Dallas. And his father was then playing still at his soccer ages, football ages. There's Pedro Cardoso in 6th place, but very tight differences, very tight gaps. Raseto manages to jump into 5th place. That's knocking Gianfratti off the top 10. Let's see what Pedro Cardoso does, if he can improve. He's now in 8th place, quite off the pace. Leonardo Reis is scoring his best second sector, but in 10th. Let's see if he can improve a bit. It was a 20.46 record in Sector 2 for Nelson Piquet Jr. Leonel Pernia did 36.9 in the third sector. As they all head into the garage. And I think this is it. Let's see if Leonardo Reis can improve or anything. I think it's over for Gianfratti also. Raseto managed to save his Q2 after that spin and came back very strong in 5th place ahead of Gianantuoni. Leonardo Reis is getting close to pole position in a sector, in race 2, I mean. This is Thiago Pernia who gets pole position, the youngster. Very good work. But here are the drivers from Palladini Racing heading into the garage. The mechanics of Honda YPF Racing celebrates the pole position. This is over now. These are the final standings. Thiago Pernia on pole, Nelson Piquet Jr. in second, Lionel Pernia in third, Rafael Reis in fourth, Gennaro Raseto qualified in fifth in his best qualifying ever in TCR South America ahead of Fabian Gianantuoni, Mariano Pernia, the reigning champion Pedro Cardoso, and Juan Angel Rosso, also Leonardo Reis in 10th place, taking pole position for race number 2 ahead of Enzo Gianfratti leading the TCR Trophy pack, and Celso Neto in his debut qualifying in 12th place. Here are the best actions of Q2. Here are the cars back into the pits after the qualifying session that we've just seen, led by Thiago Pernia, the youngster celebrating his pole position. Here are son and father. Lionel Pernia congratulating his son Thiago. We'll hear now from all four
Agora
seater.
sim, felicitações a Thiago Pernia. Ahora
Congratulations, Thiago.
estabas celebrando con tu papá. ¿Cuál es la
You're celebrating
sensación
with your
de
father,
conquistar un
which is
pole
your
position
feeling
en Brasil?
¿Cómo estás?
getting your pole position in
No,
Brazil?
muy lindo conseguir una pole position en el TCR y además en
It's
mi
great to
primera vez
score a
acá
pole
corriendo en
position.
Brasil, un circuito
My first time racing in
muy
Brazil.
exigente, muy lindo.
A very demanding track, very
Así que
beautiful
hacerlo
to
frente
ride.
a todos los brasileros, que la verdad,
So,
nada,
this
los
in
quiero
front of-
mucho, son nuestros vecinos, así que nada,
Of our neighbors
contento
in
de
Brazil,
estar
it's
corriendo
very
acá
special.
y que nos vaya bien.
I'm very happy
Ahora
to be
cambia
racing
un
here
pouco
and
el campeonato
do this
porque
well.
vas a estar en dos campeonatos y conseguiste,
You've been two
o sea,
championships
es el poleman
at the same
de los
time.
dos.
Sí.
¿Cómo crees que va a cambiar
you're pole
ahora
sitter
tu
for
vida
both.
de ahora en adelante?
Muy importante, sin duda, muy importante.
It's very
Son
important
grandísimos
to
puntos para ambos campeonatos.
be part for
Arrancamos
both
de cero el
championships.
TCR Brasil, así que totalmente
starting
volcados en ese
from
campeonato.
scratch,
En el
TCR
otro estamos
Brasil.
por ahí un poco más atrasados, pero con toda la fe.
In the other one, we are a bit
queremos
behind.
ir en busca de la carrera mañana, ir en busca de un podio y seguir sumando muchos
We'll
puntos.
try to
En
be
em Curvelo por la primeira
for a
vez,
podium
assim que
on a win.
felicitações e
Em Curvelo, your
voltamos
first
amanhã
time,
então
and
com as
congratulations.
transmissões das corridas.
Thiago Pernia is there, our pole sitter. Doing a very good job in this quali.
E duas vezes, né? Esse para o sul-americano, esse para o brasileiro, né?
This is for the South American Championship, and this is
Parabéns.
your trophy for TCR Brazil. Trophies for Thiago Pernia.
Vamos!
This is Leonardo Reis, who did a great Q1 and is now pole sitter for race 2. This is Reis spinning off in Q1. highlights on the qualifying session are here. We will come back with the best action of the races tomorrow. This is the end of Q2. We will have 2 races tomorrow, with Thiago Pernilla on pole for race 1 and Leonardo Reis, his debut, on pole for race number 2, after qualifying 10th but having led Q1. This is what we will have for you tomorrow. We are really grateful to have your company throughout all the weekend and from all around the world. Here are some actions from a qualifying session. This is the G-Power Motorsports Cupra, driven by Enzo Gianfratti, who switched from Port Hack Racing to this team that enters the series for the first time. And ladies and gentlemen, it's all for today. We're really grateful to have your company. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll come back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Argentina and Brazil time. That is 12 p.m. GMT. For race number 1 of TCR South America. We're really grateful to have your company. Thank you once again and see you tomorrow.
¡Vamos!
We'll be right back.